This is East Palmersville Sports Pavilion, home not only to Forest Hill Boxing Club but also to Northern League Division 1 side West Allotment Celtic. Hello, my name is Richard and welcome to a new series called Grassroots Football Journeys, where we look at the history and former homes of local grassroots football clubs. In this first episode we're going to feature a club that play in the 9th tier of English football, that's 5 below the Football League. Although they've been around for more than 90 years, they've lived a rather nomadic existence. So join us on a journey to look at the history and former homes of West Allotment Celtic. So our story begins here at West Allotment Village, situated 3 miles north of the Tyne Tunnel, just off the A19. Built to serve the local mining community in the late 1800s, it is now most famous for this rather wonderful war memorial and possibly one of the best named village shops in the country. Football was first played here as long ago as 1908, but it wasn't until 1928 that the club we know today as West Allotment Celtic were formed. Originally they played here, half a mile away at Holystone, using disused old barns as changing rooms. Despite these rather basic facilities, the club must have enjoyed it as they played here for over 10 years. In 1938 they joined the Northern Amateur League and moved back to West Allotment Village to play here at what was then called the Farm Ground. It may look like a well-maintained children's play area, but back then the pitch was a bog and was often waterlogged. However, this would remain the club's home for 30 years. By 1968, the club had enjoyed a long period of success in the Northern Amateur League, so they needed somewhere bigger and better to play. So they moved here, 2 miles away, to the leafy Backworth village to play at the welfare ground. The area was used as a sports facility for the entire local mining community and is now a wedding venue, golf and bowling club. West Allotment Celtic certainly liked it as they played here for over 35 years, by which time they had joined the Northern Alliance League in 1983. The club would win the Northern Alliance title 8 times, but they moved again in 1995 to the coast to ground share with Whitley Bay here at Hill Heads. Situated behind the ice rink, the ground has a capacity of 4,500 and Whitley Bay of Northern League Division 1 has played here since the early 1900s and it remains their home to this day. It wasn't long until West Allotment Celtic were on the move again. In 2001 they moved here to Whitley Park in Benton. Known locally as Blue Flames, as it used to be the British Gas sports facility for their staff, it is now home to the Northumberland FA. Situated next to Newcastle United's training ground, the Premier League club's reserve side and women's team have played here in the past. While here at Blue Flames, West Allotment Celtic joined the Northern League Division 2 in 2004. They won promotion in their first season but enjoyed a bit of a yo-yo existence in the league, being relegated in 2011 before getting promoted again in 2014. However, they subsequently hit financial problems, and when the rent here increased in 2017, it coincided with the club's relegation back to Division 2, which led to them being homeless and almost forcing them to fold completely. So while the committee set about finding a new home for the club, they were forced out of the local area here to Walsington to play at Druid Park. Now, this used to be the former home of Thorndon FC and was the original home ground of Newcastle Blue Star, which will be another club that we will feature in this series in a few weeks' time. So the ground, with a capacity of 2,500, is now mainly used for rugby union. Situated on the flight path of Newcastle Airport, there won't be any drone shots from here, but West Allotment Celtic called this home from 2017 until 2020. By then the club were in the process of finding their own new permanent home, but in the meantime they needed somewhere else to play, so they moved here to Sam Smith's Park, no, not that Sam Smith, to share with another Northern League club, Newcastle Benfield, who had moved here in 1990. With a capacity of 2,000, this proved to be the briefest of all places West Allotment have called home. Just a year later then, in the summer of 2021, the club were finally able to move into their new permanent home here, where our journey began at the East Palmersville Sports Pavilion, just as their re-election to the Northern League Division 1 was announced. Holding 1,500 spectators, West Allotment Celtic shared its smart little ground on the site of Forest Hall Boxing Club with Northern Alliance side Forest Hall Celtic. So this has been the story of West Allotment Celtic, a small football club with a large history. My name is Richard. This has been Grassroots Football Journeys. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing to the channel and join us for the next episode of Grassroots Football Journeys, where we'll be looking again at the history and former home grounds of another local grassroots football club.